The lawsuit, did you have any idea that lawsuit would blow up like it did?
Not like that. Not like this. Not like that. I know it was interesting in my Afroman world.
Mm-hmm.
So like I averaged 13 comments, 13, 20. I'm like, all right, I get up in the 40s and 50s.
You feeling good?
I start doing Cabbage Patch and everything. Like, man, all right. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think it would blow up like this. Because I've been trying to run my followers up for years. But the police officers announcing that they were suing me, that outraged the world to the point where they was just interested. Like the police was bringing me the numbers.
Help the people that didn't follow this case or understand the case. The police raided your home because they thought you were a drug dealer, you had something going on. What brought the police to your residence?
An unconfidential informant told the police she got busted with some whatever she had.
Right.
To get out of that, she started making up stories about me.
Okay.
She told them that I had a dungeon and I had kidnapping victims, and she told them that I had a lot of weed, like whatever. And that's what they came looking for. Their excuse was we had to get the kidnapping victims out of there.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to move right now.
Yes.
And
like the situation they coming in.
Then he got, a pyramid of marijuana.
Okay.
And then, so by her saying that, they
came immediately.
That got the cuffs off of her, and they jumped in their cars and came around there and, kicked down my door.
But you have so you have surveillance, you got cameras watching your property and all that. So when they get in, did you see them coming? Could you see them on your?
When I backed it up, I wasn't riding around looking at my surveillance camera.
Right.
Being another boring day.
But you weren't home. Were you home when they came?
I was not.
Oh. So how did you know they were there? So when you looked at your camera, when you looked at your...
Yeah, I got the call that they were swarming all around the house. Okay. And then I pulled off the freeway, pulled in the speedway, got me a big Mountain Dew big gulp. I opened that door, threw that seat on recline, and hit my little app, and started checking them out.
Could you talk to them? Could you?
I didn't have that one set up.
Okay.
I'm new to the video era. I'm just happy. I just want to see who took whatever.
Okay. So now you get the call. Hey, bro, they got cop cars everywhere. I don't know what you did or what you said, but they are here. You need to get home. So you get your Mountain Dew big gulp. You head to the crib. You get there, and they say what?
I don't head nowhere. I stay right there in that speedway parking lot sipping that motherfucking Mountain Dew.
So you don't go home right away?
I don't talk to people with AR-15s.
Okay.
I talk to people with cognac and weed and women and music. I don't talk to people running around with AR-15. That's not the guy I want to see today.
Okay, so at what point, when did you get home, and were they still there when you got home?
No, I made sure they was gone.
Okay, but you knew they were coming back.
For what?
Well, they wanted to see what a dungeon was.
They searched the house. It was no dungeon.
What about the weed?
It wasn't no weed.
So there was no dungeon. There was no weed.
No weed.
Okay, so what was the issue? So did they offer you an apology? So sorry.
No. We see it all the time. People pick up the phone and give the police like a fake call.
Yeah.
We see it. Oh, I'm being attacked. Oh, this, that, and the other. I'm this. Oh, but this one, it wasn't that kind of lie. It was a different type of lie. It was a lie of, hey, let me out of this and I'll tell you about something.
But it was a lie that still could have got someone hurt.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah.
Because I can imagine if you were home, I'm like, bro, police, ain't nobody call y'all. And when we call you, sometimes you take forever to get here. Now all of a sudden you show up unprompted.
Yeah.
And then you said they kicked you, they broke your door down.
Right.
You're probably gonna feel some type of way. You expecting, door fly off the hinges, you might grab the piece and then boom. All that because somebody told a lie, and then unfortunately life is lost.
And what I don't like is to this day, there's no punishment for her giving them false information and making all of this jump off. You see what I'm saying?
What about, so have they repaired the door?
Indirectly, with their ass. Thanks to me, they they inspired the money, and
Right.
I had to get it.
So okay, y'all do this to me. Okay, first of all, you raid my house. You believe somebody that had something to gain from this. To get out of that, they put me into it, which wasn't true. So you know what? So how did you come up with this? You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I got something for y'all. How did you come up with these anthems that, the lemon pound cake and all this?
Man, I've been doing it for years. I started rapping at 12.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
It was a girl bully. She was cute. She had brand new clothes on, and she, my parents, we was back from Mississippi,
right.
And my dad didn't believe in $50 tennis shoes.
Oh no.
Yeah. Your boy, get out of here.
Getting them pro kids.
Yeah, and so these little LA kids was wild. They was, they had feelers on, and dad wasn't finna buy me them, and I had old Wranglers. And so she stood by the gate, her and her loud homegirls, and they picked on everybody raggedy. So she was light-skinned, and she had a slight mustache.
Yeah.
She was cute.
Yeah.
It fell in just right. It was, I kissed her. She's still cute, but she had a little mustache. Her name was Carrie. So Lottie Dottie was a hot song.
Okay.
And I wrote my first rap song. Instead of Lottie Dottie, I wrote Harry Carey. So Slick Rick could say something, I listen to him, I kind of write mine, kind of figured out how to structure it and everything, right? So I wrote it, memorized it. So went to school, she said something to me, and like I always say, rapping was a craze. You attempt to do it, people gather around like a fight. I jumped up, I was doing my little Dougie, I was doing my Slick Rick part. I was like, all right, Remy Elementary School. My buddy was beatboxing, doing like the Dougie Fresh part.
Right.
And so I was like, Harry Carey. And you remember them old men, they say when you go down on a woman, it make you put hair on your face, you know what I'm saying? So I said, Harry Carey ate her own cherry. That's why her lips are very, very, and that was good to go in '86. And so her name to this day is Harry Carey.
Oh man, come on! You don't stuck that young lady with that name.
It started back just like a serial killer. I think about I'm a serial rapper. It started with Harry Carey.
Right.
Then I had my 8th grade teacher, this kid. I had to move out of South Central. I'm living up there in Palmdale. So I'm going to school with the little white kids. So they're gonna slip me a racial joke. But I noticed how they was good. They'd give one, but they'd take one.
Right.
So we was good.
Okay.
So I'm sitting in class. So this one kid goes, "Hey Joby," that's what they used to call me back then. He goes, he's like, what do you call a black Smurf? He goes, Smigger. And so it was funny. I laughed. As I was laughing, I flipped him off.
Right.
She sends me to the office for flipping him off.
Right.
But she don't send him to the office for telling the Smigger joke.
Right.
So I get mad at her. I go home and make a rap song about her.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then that was my next hit. Then the little Palmdale kids was buying my Miss Dobler tape. I made a song called Miss Dobler.
So okay, you make lemon pound cake. Will you help me repair my door? The police raid. Why you disconnected my camera? Randy Waters is a son of a bitch. So I'm just like, so were you surprised when they said, you know what, we filed a defamation suit against you? Were you surprised that they went to this level to get retribution against you, even though they were wrong in the first place?
Yeah, okay, yes. And I'm gonna tell you, I was surprised on so many levels. First of all, before I get to running my mouth and lose too much time, I was surprised at the fact that they let me know it hurt.
Oh, okay.
Now, we learned that lesson as little kids.
Can't let them know.
Don't let them know it hurt. Man, and I'm a rapper. I'm like, what? They suing me over some post and a song about a man looking at a pound cake. I ain't even got started yet, so I was like, you ever seen that movie Lionheart?
Yeah.
Remember when he hit him, Lionheart toward the end, Lionheart was fighting with them broke ribs, and that big dude, he was just bouncing around, he tapped them ribs. Like, that dude said,
So that's where you heard it, huh?
I was surprised some big bad cops let me see where it hurt. And I was surprised that words was hurting them. Cause I'm like, I'm hurting from reality, the reality of them kicking down my door, running through my house with guns, and I can't answer that.
Right.
My answer to them violating me like that is a rap song.
Right.
That's what's embarrassing and hurtful to me. But with all of this power, with all of this authority, they can't stay on that pedestal.
Right.
They're gonna let my peasant words hurt them.
Impact them, yeah.
That's the part that surprised me. And then all of the other parts, like you raid my house, you steal my money, you disconnect my cameras, and then you sue me when I say something about it, the audacity, the outrage, the spectacle. And then as I tripped, I realized the world was tripping with me. And that's when I cracked a smile. When you go in the wrong direction, you can't turn around soon enough.
Right.
You look at your GPS, that blue line going back the other way.
Like you to make a U-turn, but I can't make a U-turn.
And I'm looking at them. They've been going the wrong direction for 3, 4, 5 years. And I knew it, but they didn't know it. They can't, when you mess up, it's best to take that deep breath, say, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
And get that over with.
Yes.
Don't keep that going.
Right.
Because you're wrong and you're going the wrong way. But they messed up, they doubled down, they didn't care, and they just splashed in they puddle of wrong.
Right.
Suing me, stealing my money, all that good stuff.
Did you get your money back?
No.
Why haven't you gotten the money back? Are they say they're gonna compensate you?
They haven't made no kind of plan. I still got to go after them.
But there was a deputy on camera checking out the cake and said he received hundreds of pound cakes at work from different people. So you had a cake in the kitchen, and he was over there, and you could see him looking at the cake. You could see him. Did he cut a slice? Did he get it?
The cameras got disconnected. And the cake came up missing too. I don't know.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I demand we reopen this investigation, man.
I know damn well they ain't take your cake out.
Man, where is it at? Where is it at? Man,
I thought cops like donuts. They don't like cake.
Man, these some Ohio cops. They done switched it up a little bit, man. These some country cops, man. They like that. They like Mama's lemon pound cake, man.
But listen to a little bit of the trial, and they was like, well, he said this, and people said, and one guy was talking about how his kids asked if it was his wife cheating on him and things like that, and I'm like, really? They really behave.
Hey, watch this right here. Watch this. Would the world know one of the cops had a pedophile brother and he's a statutory rapist if he hadn't sued me? Would they know that?
No.
No. Would the world know that one of the cops is married to an ex-convict thief if they had not tried to sue me?
No.
No. Would the world know that Sean Grooms blamed his divorce on me and his wife was my only witness that contradicted his whole story if he had not tried to sue me?
No.
These are self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, because
on
you
their
call discovery.
Side. Like they brought this on them. They exposed themselves to the whole world being wrong, ornery, and greedy. They was if they would have just said, hey man, if they hadn't even apologized, if they would have just left and just shut up, and let me sing my little songs. If they just would have shut up, it would have went away. They brought attention to it by reacting to it. They let me know it hurt. Then they let the world know it hurt.
Right.
I didn't mail those pound cakes to them. The world know it hurt. The world messing with them.
Right.
They just like that dude on Lionheart. They see that broke rib.
So they did wrong, and instead of apologizing for the wrong, they tried to go after compensation from you to try to.
They bullying me. They're letting me know. hey, we're wrong, we're bad, we're the government,
So
and you
what?
can't do nothing about it. That's their message to me. But the problem was they did that live stream in front of the world. Now you can do that to me in an alley with
Right.
nobody looking.
Right.
That's what they're accustomed to doing.
Correct.
What they didn't realize was they was doing this in front of the whole world. And it's different when the whole world's watching.
Did you know that the judge was so impartial to you as the trial was going on, because it was later came out that seemed like he was very disappointed in the verdict? Did you know he was impartial towards you?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, I knew he was impartial before I even.
Well, he was
went
partial
to court.
towards you because he really wanted you to get the.
He dismissed my claims before I even went to court. In some little room somewhere with a click of a mouse, he dismissed my claims.
Damn.
Without a hearing. I just set an appeal on 420. I dropped the 420. We set an appeal.
Why that date?
It just all worked out. I went. Watch this. Watch God. I went to court May the 16th. Verdict came down. I went to court March the 16th.
Yes.
All right, easy, brother. I went to court March the 16th.
Correct.
Verdict got read March 20th.
Correct.
You got 30 days to file an appeal. 30 days from March 20th was April 20th.
Correct.
April 20th came, they didn't file no appeal, and I dropped mine in the basket. Bam. And it's beautiful. It was the last day, 30 days.
Because there was a juror that came out and said, what was it about what he said that led y'all to not side with the officers? And she said, well, I thought that was very odd. That normally they's like, oh, is this your decision? They go by and ask each, is this your decision? Is this your, yes. But to ask why they didn't side with, that's odd.
No, it's not odd.
It's not?
No, it's typical. It's typical to side with the police, to back the blue. Now listen, I'm not knocking police officers.
Yes.
Now, just human beings join the police department. There's good human beings and bad human beings.
In all
right.
walks.
Now, what I will say this, the good human beings in the police department ain't snitching enough on them bad ones.
That is
They
correct.
need to turn it up.
Yes.
All right, because how can you be good when you sitting here allowing bad stuff to go on? Now that's mine. I'm gonna slip that little slip to all the good police.
Okay.
All right, now, but I think I forgot the original question.
No, but I'm saying because the judge, because he's supposed to be impartial, but he was partial towards his group.
Right. I'm not a human being to them people. They was talking about, do you know what you did to her kids? Do you know what you did to mine? You know, what about my kids? You know, you came to my house first with your AR-15s. But I don't exist. I don't matter. We're not talking about me. We're talking about the guy with the guns, kids.
Your kids would have never knew anything about Afroman had y'all not did what y'all did.
Right. So, I was just tripping on how they was just talking over and past me.
Right. Like you're not even there.
Yeah. Forget you. Here's your claim. We kicked down your door. We stole your money. We disconnect your cameras. Fuck your claims. Let's talk about what you did to these police officers. My dad said a man in Corpus Christi, Texas, stepped on his foot and turned around and said, hey man, why you put your foot underneath mine? People just know how to start a fight with you if they think
they can win.
They didn't. They'll do it if they don't know they can. They'll try it.
Right.
A lot of people get knocked out all the time. They thought they could win. You know what I'm saying? So these cats was dead wrong, but had arrogance with it. And they meant to do that. One
of your favorite lyrics is Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff want to put out his gun and cut him a slice. So you really can see the deputy cutting us, bothered, or you made up, well, you say they took the cake, say when you came back, a cake that you had on the counter was no longer there.
Look here. Lick'em-Lo Lisa cut off the cameras and everything.
Oh, my goodness. Come on, bro.
The cake was gone. The money was gone.
She took offense to that, huh?
Man, my Madonna's greatest hits was gone. You know, but
They mentioned Cardi B's WAP, Lil Wayne's, Monster, because they were taking it in the literal sense. It's like, bro, this is freedom of expression. I mean, nobody assumes that they see something in the movie that they can go out there and do it. This is your freedom of speech. This is
man.
your First Amendment.
My biggest song is Crazy Rap. And I was trying to outdo Too Short when I wrote this song.
Okay.
Too Short had Freaky Tales. I grew up admiring Too Short.
Okay.
I was a little boy, I heard Freaky Tales. I'm like, damn, he had all them women. So I had to outdo Too Short. So Too Short sounded like he humped all the girls in Oakland. So I had to outdo Too Short. So I had to hump all the girls in the world, right? So I had to go to Japan and I was all over. So somebody walked up to me and they said, hey, Afroman, is Crazy Rap true? And I said, I never had Dolly Parton, man. I was lying, man.
Right.
So, but it's an entertainment. It's a song.
Yes.
And people know you're lying. They know it's. I don't know.
Right.
Superman. Well, I knew when a rapper was entertaining me.
Correct. Yes. But what made you start making music videos with the security footage that it did pick up before they disconnected it?
I wanted to get my money from them. I wanted to get my money from the experience they brought to my life.
Okay.
I didn't want, because I got high, to pay for their damage. That was taking money from me to me. So I wanted to make an album about them, and then I wanted to monitor that album to make sure all the damages was paid for, and possibly, hey, what if, best case scenario, them vandalizing my house was some kind of financial investment. They, they got all these budgets all the time.
Yes.
They cost me $28,000, but then the ideas and songs I got from their $28,000 worth of vandalism inspired and helped me make $1 million, $2 million. Who knows how many records this thing might sell?
Right.
In my lifetime. So I can look back over and say, hey, that 25,000, that 28,000 inspired me to make this $1 million over here. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to look at it through that lens.
I read they broke down your front door, the gate the security surveillance system wire, refused to pay for the damages, said it cost you $20,000 to repair. The cops took $5,000 from your home. They returned $4,600. You do $400. You let them walk with that $400 though, can't you?
No.
$400, bro?
No. Let me steal $400. I'm going to jail. Handcuffs, cocked to the side of the back of the squad car and everything. Now, a man representing the law can break it?
No, that's
no.
He's supposed to be above reproach. He's supposed to be a standard.
Yeah, okay. I don't care if it was 25 cents. In the words of the great big worm, it's principalities in this. He's a cop. You can't represent the law and then break it.
Right.
So just that principle.
Right.
They're gonna have to fess up for my $400. You can't be a cop and a criminal at the same time. I don't want that. That don't need to be walking around with 100% immunity.
Right.
Back up with multiple precincts. The Army is backing up the police. The Marines is backing up the police. There's a pyramid of power going to the back of a police officer's back. A criminal can't have that. Because he's not going to do right. He's going to do somebody right. He's going to pull over your son, going to pull over your daughter with all that authority and all that power, and he's crooked. So if I see it, I got to get rid of him. Now, he got to be a better magician than that.
Right.
If I see it, I ain't going to let him go. That man's a thief, and he's a police officer.
Right.
No. Give me my $400 back. Amen.
So I'm assuming a lot of your family, because you got the call that they were there and your kids were there and you said they had the guns drawn on them. So are your kids better today? Do they understand what transpired?
Yes. Yes. I talked to them. And
how old are they, if you don't mind me asking?
Right now, if I can keep up with time, Jesus Christ, they're supposed to be 16 and 13 right now.
Okay.
They was like, I think they was like maybe like 10 and 12 something like that in 13 back when the police raided.
Okay. Since this has happened, how are you treated in your hometown? How are you treated where this transpired?
Overwhelming love, joy, and gratitude. Like, you know, I don't want to say that hero word.
Right.
I seen it, but it's like something. It's like some kind of parade.
Right.
It's a beautiful. I've been popular in high school. I've been, you know, I've done good concerts and people have cheered me on. This is big. This is different.
Have you had any further interaction with the police?
No.
And you like that?
Randy Walters, after the trial, he came up to me and he was, you know, he was humble and kind of apologetic in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I told him that I didn't want to fight him. I didn't want to shoot it out if we saw each other in Walmart. This, that, and the other. And, you know, he was telling me how he was a Christian and he loved God and all that, and that was fine. And I told him, you know, I ain't gonna hate him and I ain't gonna go to hell, and you know, I don't want him to get jumped on. I don't want him to get hurt. But I told him, I'm gonna sing this song forever.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not mad at you. This, you know, life brought me because I got high.
Mm-hmm.
Life bring me a song. And I'm gonna sing that song. You know, it pays my bills. It helps me get through life. So I told him, you know, no hostility, you know, but, you know, you are suing me for $1.5 million.
Correct.
With your nice ass. You know what I'm saying? You did flip off my security cam,
Yeah.
you know, with your Christian self. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I'm not gonna hate you for that. I forgive you for that. Just like you're gonna have to forgive me for singing this song for the rest of my life. Wow. And I told God, I said, God, I think this is a good compromise. I told God, I said, I don't want these people dead. I don't want them hurt. I said, but I want to sing and I want to make money. And I think that is a peaceful compromise, all things considered.
How different do you think this case would have been had it not been recorded?
I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. I'd just be some dude hollering, getting on people's nerves. But what I like about this is I'm showing it to you while I'm saying it. Will you help me repair my gate as it's being destroyed? Will you help me repair my door as it's being kicked down? Did you find what you're looking for? As we can see, you didn't. Will you help me repair? So this footage helped me verify what I was saying. And the verification spread the outrage, you know, throughout the world.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before two something.